Season 1. Beloved children of Light, hear the voice of Yeshu, Masih, who comes to you in this season with words of hope, guidance, and eternal love. The hour has come for you to awaken from the slumber of doubt and fear, for the divine presence is at your doorstep, waiting to fill your hearts with peace that surpasses all understanding. In these times, the world around you may seem chaotic, as shadows of uncertainty and turmoil seek to overshadow the clarity of your spirit. Yet I say unto you, hold fast to faith, for faith is the anchor that will stabilize your soul amidst storms. Each thought you entertain, each action you take has the power to shape the path that lies before you, and therefore walk with intention, for the steps you place today will become the foundation of your tomorrow. Know that I am with you always, even when you cannot see me, even when the trials seem insurmountable, for my love is not conditional, and my guidance does not waver. As you open your heart to receive this divine message, understand that the essence of life is not measured by wealth, power, or fame, but by the light you carry within, the compassion you show to others, and the integrity with which you live. Do not let the allure of the temporary sway your eternal journey, for all earthly things are fleeting, yet the connection with the divine is everlasting. I speak to you now of forgiveness, for it is the key that unlocks the chains of bitterness and pain. When you forgive, you release not only the other but yourself, for harboring resentment is like drinking poison and expecting another to fall. Embrace the power of mercy. Extend it freely, and you will find that your spirit becomes lighter, your vision clearer, and your steps more certain. Let love be your guiding principle, for love heals, love strengthens, love transforms. In moments of despair, when you feel lost or overwhelmed, turn inward and listen to the still small voice of your soul, for there I reside, whispering words of comfort, showing the way forward and reminding you that you are never alone. Every challenge you face is not a punishment, but a lesson, a divine opportunity to grow, to learn, and to deepen your relationship with me. Trust that every struggle, every setback, every sorrow carries within it a seed of blessing, and when nurtured with patience and faith, it will blossom into understanding, strength, and joy. Let not fear dictate your choices, for fear is the illusion that obscures truth. Step boldly into the unknown, knowing that my hand guides you, my spirit accompanies you, and my love envelops you. Speak truth in every situation, act with integrity, and walk humbly with me, for the heart that is aligned with righteousness becomes a beacon for others to follow. Be vigilant, for the adversary seeks to deceive, to mislead, and to divert you from your divine purpose. Yet you are equipped with the armor of faith, the shield of prayer, and the sword of discernment. And with these you can overcome every temptation and obstacle. Remember, no darkness is greater than my light, and no shadow can extinguish the flame of your spirit. Seek wisdom above all, for wisdom is more precious than gold. Listen to counsel, meditate on my words, and let discernment guide. Your decisions. Do not be swayed by the fleeting opinions of men, for human judgment is limited, but divine insight is eternal. Nourish your mind, body, and soul with truth, for a vessel that is filled with righteousness cannot be easily shaken. In your relationships, choose compassion over judgment, understanding over anger, and patience over haste, for the way you treat others reflects the state of your own heart. Lift those who are downtrodden, speak for those who have no voice, and act as an instrument of peace in a world that often seeks conflict. Know that your prayers are heard, that your tears are counted, and that every act of love, however small, contributes to the greater tapestry of divine grace. Live with purpose, move with conviction, and serve with joy, for in service to others you serve me do, not seek recognition, for I see all and my reward is perfect. Cultivate gratitude in every circumstance, for even in trials there is something to be thankful for, and gratitude transforms the heart from scarcity to abundance. Guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life, and let it be filled with thoughts that uplift, inspire, and edify. Speak words that heal, actions that encourage, and gestures that convey kindness, for the smallest act of love can ripple outward and touch lives in ways you cannot imagine. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is not a distant place, but a state of being accessible to all who seek righteousness, peace, and love. Walk in humility, for pride blinds the soul, and let me be your guide in all matters. For my wisdom surpasses understanding, and my plans are perfect. When you stumble, do not despair, for each fall is an opportunity to rise stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your divine purpose. Embrace patience, for the unfolding of my plan occurs in my timing, not yours, and waiting with faith is never wasted. Celebrate the victories, both great and small, for every step forward is a testament to your perseverance, faith, and alignment with the divine. Will let joy be your companion, even in adversity, for joy is not the absence of struggle, but the presence of me in your heart. Carry hope as your banner, for hope lights the way through darkness, and with hope mountains can be moved and chains can be broken. Do not compare your journey to others, for each soul walks a unique path, and the lessons meant for one may differ from another. Focus on your calling, nurture your gifts, and be faithful in the small things, for in faithfulness greater responsibilities are entrusted. Be a peacemaker, a light bearer, and a vessel of divine grace. Where there is hatred, sow love. Where there is despair, sow hope. Where there is doubt, sow faith. Your life is a testimony of my mercy, and through your obedience many will come to know the truth, experience healing, and find eternal joy. Remember always that I am Yeshu Masih, the source of life, the author of hope, and the embodiment of love. Trust in me completely, follow me diligently, and allow my spirit to guide your every thought, word, and deed. For in me you will find all things necessary for your journey, and your soul will find rest, purpose, and fulfillment beyond measure. Beloved, as you journey through this season, understand that every moment is imbued with divine opportunity, and every breath you take carries the potential for transformation. Life unfolds according to the principles of love, justice, and mercy, and when you align your will with mine, you will experience a peace that surpasses all worldly understanding. Do not allow the distractions of material pursuit or the temptations of fleeting pleasures to divert you from the eternal path. For those who chase after the ephemeral often find emptiness, whereas those who seek me find fullness of spirit and abundance of joy. Embrace humility, for the heart that is humble becomes a vessel capable of receiving the fullness of divine wisdom. Pride blinds the mind, hardens the heart, and distances the soul from the source of all truth. In your interactions with others, let patience and kindness govern your words and actions, for harshness and judgment sow seeds of division, whereas gentleness and compassion cultivate unity and peace. Know that every soul you encounter is on its own journey carrying burdens you may not see, and it is through acts of love and service that you become an instrument of my grace. Do not underestimate the power of small deeds, for even the simplest act of kindness can create ripples that reach far beyond your comprehension. Cherish prayer as the lifeline of your soul, for through prayer you commune with me, receive guidance, and strengthen your spirit against doubt, fear, and despair. Let your prayers be sincere, persistent, and heartfelt, and know that nothing offered in faith is ever wasted trust in the unseen. Workings of the divine, for even when circumstances appear bleak or incomprehensible, there is a higher plan unfolding, orchestrated with perfect wisdom and infinite love. Be vigilant against deception, for the adversary often disguises himself as light, tempting you with false promises, distractions, and distorted truths. Ground yourself in discernment anchored by the principles of righteousness and seek counsel from the Spirit of truth that resides within. You understand that your mind and heart are battlegrounds, and the thoughts you cultivate determine the quality of your life and the trajectory of your soul. Guard your mind against negativity, fear, and despair, and nourish it with faith, hope, and love, for these are the seeds that yield eternal fruit. Reflect upon your purpose, for each soul is created with unique gifts, talents, and callings, and fulfillment comes when you dedicate these gifts to the service of the divine and the betterment of humanity. Fear not the path, even when it is uncertain or arduous, for I am with you, guiding your steps, opening doors, and providing strength beyond measure. Let gratitude permeate every aspect of your life, for gratitude transforms perspective, lifts the spirit, and aligns your heart with abundance. Rejoice not only in times of ease and success, but also in moments of challenge, for adversity, when approached with faith, molds character, strengthens resilience, and deepens intimacy with the divine. Pursue righteousness in all matters, speak truth with courage, and act with integrity, for these are the hallmarks of a life aligned with eternal principles. Be a source of light in a world that often dwells in darkness. Let hope emanate from your words, encouragement flow from your deeds, and love shine through your intentions. Remember that forgiveness is not optional, but essential, for holding on to resentment binds the soul and hinders spiritual growth. Forgive as you have been forgiven. Release as you have been released, and walk in freedom, knowing that my mercy covers all transgressions. When the heart is sincere, embrace the call to service, for in serving others you serve me, and in lifting the lowly, comforting the sorrowful, and guiding the lost, you participate in the work of the kingdom. Let every action be intentional, every word purposeful, and every thought rooted in truth, for a life of conscious alignment with divine will produces fruit that endures eternally. Understand that the challenges you face are not mere obstacles, but opportunities for refinement, growth, and demonstration of faith. When you encounter trials, meet them with courage, resilience, and unwavering trust, for the presence of my Spirit empowers you to overcome, to rise and triumph. Seek knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, not for worldly accolades, but for the enrichment of your spirit and the fulfillment of your divine purpose. Do not be led astray by empty promises or superficial teachings. Ground yourself in the truth of my word, the guidance of my Spirit, and the principles of love, justice, and mercy. Share the message of hope, the reality of redemption, and the power of divine transformation with those around you. For every soul touched by truth becomes a beacon of light, illuminating the path. For others, cultivate patience, for the timing of divine fulfillment is perfect, and all things occur according to my plan, not solely human expectation. Celebrate each step forward, each moment of growth, and each display of faith, for these are the milestones of spiritual advancement. Live boldly, love freely, and act courageously, for a life lived in alignment with my will is a life that bears eternal fruit, transforms the world, and glorifies the Creator. Remember always that you are never alone. My Spirit dwells within you, guiding, comforting, strengthening, and illuminating every path you take. Trust in this presence, rely upon it, and let it inform every choice, every decision, and every action. Walk with integrity, speak with honesty, and act with compassion, for these principles establish a foundation that cannot be shaken by The trials of life maintain hope, cultivate joy, and foster peace, for these are the marks of a heart attuned to the divine embrace love as the highest law, the guiding principle, and the ultimate expression of your alignment with me. For love conquers, all transforms all, and endures beyond all understanding. Let your life be a testament to the power of faith, the strength of hope, and the depth of love illuminating the world and drawing others into the embrace of eternal grace. Be diligent in your pursuit of righteousness, steadfast in your devotion, and unwavering in your commitment to the principles of the kingdom. Remember that every soul has a mission, every heart a calling, and every life a purpose that contributes to the unfolding of divine will. Align yourself with this reality act in accordance with your calling, and embrace the fullness of your potential, knowing that you are empowered, equipped, and guided to fulfill the destiny prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Walk boldly in this truth, shine brightly, and live fully. For in me all things are possible, all hope is realized, and all love is perfected.